love to camp in my Jeep, but lately I've been thinking I could push the off-road side of things a little bit harder. After all, that's what it was made for. A few hours north of me, Vermont is laced with ancient pre-industrial roads, many of which show up on county maps as town highways Class 4, unmaintained, unimproved. This is the beginning of Town Highway 35, which is a Class 4 road in southern Vermont. It's looking like this is going to be a no-go. Looks like somebody made their own go-around right over here, though. Beautiful little piece of woods here. I can hear a stream over there to my right. We'll go up from here to where these unmaintained roads start, see what they look like. Just letting the Jeep do its thing in 4 low. I'm about to drive through an area where there's a lot of debris, a camp of some sorts, charred wood, cans of beer. This wouldn't be my first choice to boondock. Airing up and down for the first time, exploring unmaintained back roads. I did some dumb things and learned some lessons. Gonna get off this trail and go here off and get a move on to upstate. I heard a pop, but I didn't know what that was. It was very subtle. I forgot that they had recommended that you don't run it for more than 30 seconds because it gets really hot. The only thing I could come up with in what I have is some Velcro tape. I wrapped a bunch of that around it and it seems to be containing the leak for now. Okay, I'm not going to mess with the air compressor anymore. I think it's just not retaining air, and I'll just keep deflating my tires. I'm just gonna traverse these dirt roads, get onto the main road and down to the gas station with an air pump. Okay, we are street legal pressure again. Got about 2.5 hours drive up to Northern Vermont. So I was spending the next day at the lake to help my brother-in-law Paul with a project. Tiny town, but with impressive array of streetlights. Just wanted to check out the water, see if the ice was out. Time to get some sleep right now. Been up a bit, helping Paul move some stuff. I'm also going to the local hardware store. I'm gonna see if I can get a hose replaced on my compressor. No such luck at Aubuchon's, so it looks like I'll have to order that part online. Onward we go. I'm going to head over to the storage and help Paul move some stuff. Gray, slightly cool afternoon here on the pond. As you can see, the ice is out. All right, this man over here, Paul McGuire, has accomplished his mission for the weekend. How do you feel?
Hungry.
Apparently I'm taking Maggie back with me Well, I think we had a pretty good day at the lake here. We got the moving done. Gonna head back downstate and explore some more trails. Well, I'm in Bridgewater, Vermont, kind of the central part of the state. It's a warm, beautiful afternoon. The bugs are waking up, and I've just aired down to 18 psi. I'm about to head up Chattagay Road. Let's go check it out. So far, it's just a dirt road, and it's just following along the stream here. Very cool looking log cabin. All right, things are getting a little rougher. See if we can even get through here. Our first kind of fun technical water crossing. The pitch down to the stream is pretty high. Very rocky, and we have to pick a line to the left of this metal culvert here. Okay, this trail looks like it's getting absolutely nuts, but it's very late in the day. It's definitely past the time when I want to be looking for a place that I'm going to set up for the night. So I'm going to try to find a place in a state campground, or if I'm lucky enough to find something free, that's not too much of a drive from here. Well, I think this is home for tonight. I'm back at the spot where I aired down earlier. It's kind of a nice spot by this stream here, and this will be perfect for tomorrow. I'm just going to leave the Jeep aired down, get a good night's sleep, and early in the morning, I'll just get back up the trail. We have Indian on the menu tonight. 1 skillet meal, 1 fork, minimal cleanup. So there's a bit of a breeze, and it's probably low 50s. Brisk, but not too uncomfortable. I'm very familiar with northeastern Vermont. Oh, that was a nice bird call. But I'm unfamiliar with central Vermont, and I think this particular area is laced with old ancient roads. Come on with me tomorrow. Maybe we'll get all the way through. All right, well, I have some trail guides, Vermont trail guides. I have a Sudoku book. We'll see what the entertainment portion of tonight's program brings, but it's probably going to bring sleep pretty soon. So our little dome lights here are the only illumination on this section of Chattagay Road tonight. Otherwise, it's just a little peaceful stretch of dirt road. Rain is in the forecast, so we'll just play it by ear as we start the day tomorrow. Well, this is great. I hope you don't blame me, but I don't feel like cooking breakfast here this morning. It's springtime in Vermont, so it's all good. It's all good. Well, after I get a little bit more warm coffee in me, I'm going to do my favorite rainy day chore, which is roll up this awning here. It would not be prudent today to continue up Chattagway in the class 4 part of the road, but as soon as this weather clears up, we'll be back up here at Chattagway and continue to do more exploring of class 4 roads in Vermont. This adventure isn't over yet. I almost pulled out of camp before remembering the tires were still aired down. And when that last chore was finished, I was ready to hand the keys to the place over to this distinguished pair of mergansers, who looked like they were enjoying the rain a lot more than I was. But nature was just delivering the things new life needs to get going this time of year. The sun came back. Suddenly the hills were green again.
Well, we're out. Again, the weather's become quite beautiful. We're on a road called Woodstock Stockbridge Road. I'm going to do this one today. It's going to be a little bit easier, but I think it's still going to be quite interesting with some amazing scenery. Onyx says there's a couple of class 4 patches on it, so we'll see. I've aired down just in case it gets interesting.
There's a sign saying road not passable to passenger vehicles. That's a very nice invitation.
Well, the trail is turned slightly class 4-ish. Nothing crazy yet. But this area is called the Woodstock Aqueduct Trails. You can see there's a lot of hiking trails. Large open clearing in the Woodstock Aqueduct area. Nothing to indicate you can't camp here. So I'm marking this as a possibility for tonight. Letting the Jeep cool down for a second and taking the opportunity to walk along the Vandale Reservoir Dam. Very serene and peaceful. There's a couple of geese over there who are not going to like me intruding. We just had the big eclipse a couple weeks ago. Now we've got a solar storm, supposed to have incredible auroras. I'd love to include some footage of the northern lights in this video. There's no sign that
anyone's been here recently, I'm really tucked away back here. I'm just going to stop talking for a second and you can hear how quiet it is. I'm not going to take the time to deploy the awning tonight, just in case I do have to get out of here quickly. I'd rather not have to deal with that. Is it going to be a culinary masterpiece? Tequila lime chicken skewers. You probably wonder, what do you do about animals? Cooking food, I just try to minimize it. You know, I'm eating while it's still light out. Any leftovers are gonna go into a baggy plastic bag, go into the refrigerator. So I do try to minimize the smells, what's left over afterwards. And other than that, I can't really control it. Believe me, I'm still trying not to be freaked out when I go camping. It's getting better. Each trip gets a little better, and that's one reason I recommend you get out there. The more you do it, the more you get used to the rhythms of the woods, your fear goes down. We evolved to be wary when night falls. I mean, that's just what we are. I just will mention, on a whim, I brought the Ignik fire cam. It's gonna go down to low 40s, maybe even high 30s. This actually is putting out heat and feels pretty good.
A year ago, down in West Virginia, I set up camp in a boat launch parking lot. And just as it was getting dark, a ranger pulled in. I had to pack up and relocate. So I guess this time, when I thought I heard a car out on the road, I jumped up to turn off the camp lights.
Maybe it's not coming this way, but...
Not that it made me any stealthier with the fire still going.
Sound does travel when it's this quiet. I'm just going to get out there on adventures, big or small. If you're a little bit older and you can relate to someone going out and exploring and testing out what the Jeep can do, keep watching.
The sky's looking pretty dark right now. Here, I'll show you. Let's flip it around. Pointing up above the Jeep. If there's anything crazy going on up there, I'll definitely let you in on it. But with that, I'll catch you tomorrow when the sun's back up.
It was a quiet, peaceful night, as much as I had my ear open and maybe was imagining cars pulling up, but nothing. It rained a bit. It's a little cool, but perfect sleeping bag weather after we pack up camp up here. I want to see what's up with some of these trails.
The trail isn't super interesting, but this time of year is what catches my eye. With everything budding out, it's like walking in the middle of like a green cloud. See, the effect I mean is like right over my shoulder back here. Look at that green. Okay, with what's left in the day, I want to see if I can get a couple hours more of trail exploring in, and happy Mother's Day to everyone. Can't pass up craft beer and pizza.
Well, I think I aired down a little too much. There was a problem with my tire deflator. I guess it was user error. The whole valve stem came out.
I couldn't stop it from completely deflating because when I put the valve stem back in, I put it in backwards. So my deflator tool had no way to grab onto the valve stem. I know what I did wrong, and the valve stem is back in, so now I just have to air back up. Another Jeeper came by and saw this trail on Onyx just like I did and headed on down.
We got about like maybe a half mile. Yeah. There's a small stream crossing, and then right after that there's like a larger river, bigger stream. I'm sure. Well, I've been at this for a while. There were gaps between the wheel and the rim, the tire and the rim, as pretty much the rim was on the ground. I had to dig out my bottle jack, got it jacked up to the point where once the tire wasn't being squeezed so much, it reseated itself. So I'm very happy for that. This one would be very difficult in a non-four-wheel drive, high-clearance vehicle. It's definitely putting the Jeep to work a bit. A lot of small rocks to medium-sized rocks. And some water crossings, as you've been seeing, so it's been fun. Got a little ways to go, and we're going to keep going. My goal with this trip was to air down the Jeep and get it on some trails and into some situations where it could stretch its legs a little bit. I think it was a pretty good trip. If you're getting anything out of these videos, please feel free to give it a like or subscribe, leave a comment. It'd be great to grow this thing and keep it going. So with that, I have to leave the forest back for the black flies and the gnats. This is no place for a human being at the moment. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.